Alright, so I'm going to do a quick little demo of how to do a discussion board post in case you haven't done that, or if it's been a while and you just need a little reminder. As you can see, I'm on the announcements page, and let me point out that what you see on my screen may look a little bit different from yours simply because I'm logged in as the instructor, so I can see some things that you probably don't. But I suspect yours looks pretty much like this. So let's go over here, click where it says message discuss, and we could send a message, but in this case we want to go to the discussion board. Click that. Again, you see a bunch of things here on my screen. Probably on your screen you're only going to see Student Lounge. So click on Student Lounge, and you can see I tested this earlier, so there's already one thread in there. When you come here, you're going to start a new thread by clicking on the New Thread button. Give it a subject, and I'm going to say my name is still Al, since this is the second time I'm doing this. And now I'm going to say a few things about myself. Well, I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to take up the time, but you might say where you live, what your favorite music is, what kind of car do you drive, what you like to do for fun. I live in Cleveland on the near west side, drive a PT Cruiser, and so on. So tell us a little bit about yourself, as much as you care to. The last thing that I've asked you to do is list a favorite website. So my favorite website is Google News. I go there quite a bit to see what's happening. Now this is okay, we've got the information here, but I'd like this to actually be a link that I can click on and actually go to the Google News site. It's real easy to do once you understand the way this thing works. So here's how it works. Select what you want to make into a link. Click on the hyperlink icon, which is this globe with the chain. And then you could type the URL in here, but that would be kind of dumb. And the reason I say that is because you can easily make a mistake when you're typing. Plus you have to remember this really cumbersome URL, and the chances for getting it right, they're not that great. Here's the smart way to do it. In your browser, you can see I've already opened Google News. I've got a tab open here, so I'm going to go back to the Google News site and copy the URL right out of the browser. So I'm going to select it, Command C for copy. Go back to Blackboard, and then when I click on the globe icon, the hyperlink icon, where it says URL, I'm just going to do a Command V and paste it right in there. So you can see it gets pasted right in there. No chance for a spelling error, and believe me, this is really, really worth doing. I'm going to click that I want it to open in a new window, although strangely enough that doesn't always work, but that's what we're going to try. So we've got it in there, we've got open in a new window, click submit. You can see this has now become a link. It's underlined. And then when you're all finished here, be sure to go down to the bottom of the page, and let me see if I can do that on the video. Okay, so scroll down to the bottom of the page and be sure to click on the submit button. When you're using Blackboard, everything you do you have to finish by clicking on submit. If you don't do that, you think you've done something in Blackboard and it disappears. Probably you never click that submit. Sometimes it's the OK button. It's always in the lower right corner. So I'm going to click OK. And just to show you how this worked, if we go back here to our discussion board, Student Lounge, here's the thing I just did. My name is still Al. Click on that. There's what I typed in. Live in Cleveland, drive PT Cruiser, and there's the link. So let's try it. Click on that, and it should open a new window. It didn't exactly. You see, we're still in Blackboard and we're seeing Google News within the Blackboard site. It's not exactly what I'd wanted it to do, but okay, we can live with this. When you're done with that, in this case, you'll need to click the back button to go back to where you were. Alright, so that's it. The first assignment in the first week is to do a discussion board posting of your own, read other people's, comment on them. You'll notice the discussion board postings have little ratings, so if you see a particularly good posting, like, wow, mine is terrific, you could rate it 5 stars. Well, maybe you can't rate it 5 stars. You could. Let's try that. Now, well, you know what? It's giving me the teacher's version of this, so it's not letting me actually rate it. You should be able to, when you're reading those, click on those stars and give them a rating. Anyway, that should be enough to get you started. So go ahead and post